Hello, gorgeous people. Well, today I'm having a cooking show. This is a cookery show because the emissaries used lots of cooking analogies when they were chatting to me the last time. So I'm going to share them with you. Tell you all about it on the other side. So just to continue on about this kind of what's coming, this new system that's coming, I was saying to the emissaries, what do we have to do then? What's our role in this? Because, I've always felt I've got to do something. There's something that I have to do. What do I have to do? What they said was that there are those that do, and there always will be those that do. However, there's a lot of us, and not everybody has to be a doer. And so what they said was this: it's like in a kitchen. There's a chef, but if you've got 25 chefs all checking on the food, all stirring the pot, well, we have an expression, don't we? Too many cooks spoil the broth. And what they were saying was that not everybody has to be a doer, because what happens is you start getting overlap, people start like clashing with one another because everyone's got a different idea about what they have to do. So what they're saying was that we don't have to worry about what to do. As I said in the previous video, what we have to be concerned with is making sure that we have our destination clear. And how we do that is we make it as general as possible. Can you remember we've talked about this chunking up? Yeah, chunking up. What we've got to start doing is chunking up on our desires. Right, so imagine you've got a meeting. This is how you get to a beautiful place with people. When you're in the details, the devil's in the details, isn't it? When you're in the details, it's very difficult to get an agreement with a lot of people. 10 people, 10 different desires. So imagine you're trying to work out what you want, and somebody says, "Well, I want a motorbike, 1,000cc motorbike." And somebody says, "Well, I don't want a motorbike, I want a car. Because we're trying to work out how to get to a place." Yeah. Somebody says, "Well, I think it'd be better if we got a minibus because there are lots of us." No. Why don't we hire a coach? Right, and on it goes. And so what you do to get an agreement is when you chunk up, you say, what are we actually wanting? And the answer is, well, we want a mode of transport that's going to take us there. We want some transport. Okay? Once you get to that stage, it's very easy. Well, we know we need transport. Does everybody agree? Yes, we do. And it's the same with our destination. We know we want to get to a beautiful place of joy and abundance and freedom, don't we? That's as much as we need. If we go into the details, everybody, we're going to have 8 billion, if you believe that number, and I don't, 8 billion different ideas about how it's got to be. Now, we're creators, and as we manifest, as we think, we manifest. So we're going to be manifesting so many different things, it's going to be a nightmare. So what we need to do is just chunk it up and just manifest this beautiful new way of peace and freedom and joy and abundance. That's it. We don't need to go into the details. And that's what the emissaries were saying. What they said was this, another analogy said, imagine you're having a dinner party, okay? There's going to be a dinner party. And so you're inviting friends to your house. And what you do is you put all of the food in the slow cooker in the oven. Yeah? You put the food there. And you leave it. And then you go and get tarted up. Bit of slap on, your best clothes and everything. And you know that that's cooking. It's cooking, it's doing its stuff. And then what you do is you pop in every now and again, you just have a check. Just have a look, is everything all right? Yeah, it's fine. Off you go again. So what does that analogy say? Well, this plan is boiling. It's cooking. There's no stopping it. And if we interfere in it, if we keep interfering in it, it just makes it worse. Okay? So much better that we go and get ourselves tarted up. Well, how do we do the tarting up? The emissaries have said before, through the steps. Obviously, we wake up to the world, that's done, and then the step is within. The next step is within. That's tarting ourselves up. We've got to tart ourselves up spiritually, emotionally, physically, and mentally. Yeah? That's a big job. It's a big job. There's a lot of tarting up to do because we've been a bit messy around the edges, have we not? I know I certainly have. And then once that's done, then it's just the next step back to the divine, back to source, whatever. So we are in the tarting up stage and we mustn't interfere. Right? And this is that, again, this is this message I keep getting from the emissaries, which is you don't have to be doing, right? You don't have to be doing because there's plenty of us and there are doers and there are other people doing other stuff. What we have to do is manifest what we want. We have to keep our eyes on the prize, keep our eye on the ball, yeah, and manifest that into place. But at the same time, we've got to be working on us. And you know what happens is when you work on yourself, manifesting becomes much easier. When you work on yourself, you can manifest like that. Okay, all we need is to get enough people wanting the same thing, and it will happen. It will happen because we're creators. It will happen automatically. Okay, so too many cooks spoil the broth. Let's not all be sticking salt in the broth, all right, and stirring the pot. Okay, let the pot boil, and let's get our slap on. Let's get ourselves dulled to the nines. That's what we got to do. Okay, but on a spiritual level, clearly, and if you want, on a physical level too. I love you all. I'll speak to you all later. Bye-bye.